It's that week, it's that day, it's that time. New England Patriots! What is up, Fin fans? Week 2, NFL. We got the New England Patriots coming down to Miami to face these Dolphins. They're going to be wearing throwbacks. These throwbacks have some type of magic to them, some type of essence, some type of supernatural something to them. So I'm going to do the usual, give you guys the injury report, talk about the ways that the Miami Dolphins could beat the New England Patriots, whether it be very slim, very small, but let's jump into the injury report. So on the injury report, 2 guys are already out. That's Albert Wilson and Rashad Jones are out for this Sunday versus the New England Patriots. Albert Wilson, he kind of tweaked his hamstring last week against the Ravens, and they're probably worried about his hip, so they're probably holding him out for this one. And then Rashad Jones, it is his ankle. So the funny thing is, with Mika Fitzpatrick getting all bent out of shape, Mika Fitzpatrick getting all upset and saying, I want to be traded. So the Dolphins are like, go ahead, go find a suitor. But I honestly don't think they're going to trade him because he's going to be playing the position he wants to play, because with Rashad Jones out, he's probably going to be playing safety most of the game, and he'll probably be in there for most of the game. But other than that, the other ones that were out or during, were on the injury report. Walt Aikens, full participant Wednesday, not even on the injury report anymore. Defensive end Charles Harris, linebacker Trent Harris, both are questionable. Corner safety Daniel Kilgore, full participation, he is fine, and Bobby McCain was limited, but full, he's going to go. Same thing with Charles Harris, he was full participation, he's going to go. But with Rashad Jones not playing and Albert Wilson not playing, that leaves 4 wide receivers. None of them play the slot. They'll probably take Jakeem Grant, put him at slot, but our slot receivers were Kenny Stills and Albert Wilson, and Kenny Stills is gone. Albert Wilson's injured, so one of those guys is going to have to jump to slot, and it probably is going to be Jakeem Grant. But with the injuries, next guy got to step up. It is what it is. Every team in the NFL has injuries. Look at the Jets with Sam Darnold having mono, which I think is hilarious. I hope he's all right. I hope it doesn't get any worse than it is, but I think it's hilarious. The dude has mono and he's 22 years old. There's a ton of injuries going on in the NFL, so just next man step up. That's all it is. They took Davenport, the right tackle we picked up in the trade with the Houston Texans, is put on IR, so he joins Ginkle and he joins Ledbetter on the IR. 2 of them can come back. The other one is going to have to be done for the year. We don't know which one that is at this point, but that means that either Preston Williams, Isaiah Prince, or Webb is going to be playing right tackle, and Jesse Davis is going to play left tackle, or vice versa. They're going to have to switch those around. Schrader, the right tackle that used to play for the Atlanta Falcons, is still available in free agency. We have more than enough cap to pay him $2 million to play right tackle for us this year. Just pick the man up before you kill one of our quarterbacks. You're killing me here. But that is what's going on with the injury report. That's what's going on with the players. Let's jump into the things the Miami Dolphins have to do to beat the New England Patriots. And again, these aren't in a specific order of most important to least important, or these need to happen versus don't really need to happen. It's just 5 things in any specific order that I think if the Miami Dolphins do these things, they will win this game against the New England Patriots. Number 1, I said this last week, and they didn't do it, and it bit us in the ass. No mistakes. And that goes for penalties, that goes for turnovers, that goes for everything. No mistakes. Last week I said if the Dolphins have no mistakes, it'll give them a good chance of winning the game, because then they don't have to deal with this, and that. One of the mistakes was Jakeem Grant fumbling the punt that put him on the 10-yard line, and it was just another score within a quarter. No mistakes, guys. You got to play sound football. That TNT wall was there not for nothing. No mistakes. No flags. With the New England Patriots, if you give them a little bit of a mistake, 3rd and 3, false start, offsides, whatever, they'll take it and they'll run with it and they'll score. No mistakes, especially for this young, inexperienced team we have. You cannot be making mistakes against New England Patriots and Tom Brady. Cannot do it, shouldn't do it, don't do it. 2, Better trench play. And you might be asking yourself, well, what the flip-flap and the flim-flam do you mean by better trench play? The offensive line and the defensive line need to play, and not even like, they just be better. Like, be better. Zero pass rush on Lamar Jackson. I think at some, maybe 2 or 3 times he scrambled because the pocket collapsed around him. Other than that, the whole game he had all the time in the world. And the offensive line played garbage. Couldn't run the ball. Fitz had no time, and then when Rosen came in for about a quarter, he had no time. If we are going to win, we need the trenches to perform. Mediocre. Can't even say the word. Like, come on, guys. When we were in training camp, one of you guys asked me in a live stream, what would it take for the Miami Dolphins to make the playoffs? And this is back when I was like, we have no pass rush. And it worried me. And I was like, you guys are talking playoffs. You guys are talking Super Bowl. You guys are talking this and that. We have no pass rush. Like, and then you guys were telling me, it'll come in other places. It'll come in other places. Flores had to come in other places, da. So one of you guys asked me, what would it take for the Miami Dolphins to make the playoffs this year? And I said, if their O-line and their D-line were top 5, top 10 even, the Miami Dolphins would make the playoffs. The O-line and D-line are not even in the league of the NFL. They're not even in Canadian Football League. They might be in Arena Football League. Like, it's bad. They need to produce. They need to get pressure on Tom Brady. They need to do all of that, because when you get pressure on Tom Brady, when you make him uncomfortable, the Monday night game 2 years ago, even last year, the Miami Miracle, but the Monday night game in specific 2 years ago, there was a few times where we sacked him. And then after that, he'd get rid of the ball real quick and kind of do that thing where he's like, and he like falls. You get in his head, you hit him a bunch of times, it messes up his throws. Trenches need to play. If you run the ball, if you give your quarterback enough time, the defense doesn't have to be on the field that much. And if you sack the quarterback, like I said about Tom Brady, makes him uncomfortable, also gives the secondary chances for turnovers. So better trench play. The number 3 thing the Miami Dolphins need to do to beat the New England Patriots, you got to stop the run. That first drive against the Baltimore Ravens, the first play was like a 40-yard run. Then they just ran it and ran it and ran it. And you know what else they did? They ran it. Got to stop the run, because then you make them one-dimensional. But then last week we made them one-dimensional. We got no pressure on them, and he just threw the ball over the top of us. Better defensive playing, like all around. You just got to stop the run. You got to do these things correctly. If you want to win this game, especially against a New England Patriots team that just beat the Steelers 33-3, you got to be playing all facets of the game at 100%. Even if you don't have 100% of a team, you got to be playing at 100%. You got to have your head on a swivel, head on your shoulders, use your brain, play smart football. And the last thing that the Miami Dolphins have to do to beat the New England Patriots is you got to take advantage of the overlook. And you might be asking yourself again, Doug, what the shiznit and the biznit are you talking about with take advantage of the overlook? No one is expecting the Dolphins to win this game. Rich Eisen said in his podcast, there is a 0% chance that the Dolphins win. There is absolutely no chance in hell the Dolphins win this game. That's what everyone is saying. Patriots are not looking for the Dolphins. They're not looking at the Dolphins. They're looking at who they're playing in week 3. You know who the Cowboys are looking at? The Cowboys are looking at who they're playing in week 4. You know who the Chargers are looking at? The Chargers are looking at who they're playing in week 5. Nobody is looking at the Dolphins as competition anymore. Nobody is looking at the Dolphins as a serious team anymore. They are being 100% overlooked by every team that they're going to play this year. Take advantage of it, boys. Go in there. It's your home. You're wearing the throwbacks. 5-1. The last 6 showings for the last 6 times that the Patriots were in Miami. 5-1. Over the last 6 years, we've had some bad teams. Yeah, we had the one team in 2016 that went 10-6 and won and got in the playoffs. But other than that, 5-1. Come on, take that. Take the fact that the teams and the media and everyone's thinking that the Dolphins are tanking, which is a tweet I want to talk about, and they're overlooking us. And take that to your advantage. Take it to your advantage and run with it and surprise the world. I don't even give a crap if we beat them, right? We beat the Patriots and everyone thinks, well, this is why the Dolphins won. This is why the Patriots lost. They don't even give a crap about talking about how the Dolphins pulled this win off. I don't care, because come Sunday night or Monday, because again, I might not make it Sunday night because I'm super busy Sunday, you're going to get a friggin' flip-flop of a flim-flam video out of me where I'm going to be losing my marbles over the Dolphins winning. I don't care what the media says. Take advantage of that overlook. Be sure to comment below. Let me know your 5 things that the Dolphins have to do to beat the Patriots. I know a lot of you guys don't think the Dolphins are going to beat the Patriots. I know a lot of people don't think the Dolphins are going to beat the Patriots. You guys want to know what my score prediction is, and you guys want to know what I think about who's going to win. Who's going to beat the Dolphins or Patriots? Who's going to win? The Patriots are giving the Dolphins 19.5 points. If I was betting on the spread, I would take the Dolphins in this one. Because I think as much as people think that the Dolphins are going to lose by a lot, I think they're not going to lose by 19.5. Might be about 14. I think the Dolphins would win that if you bet the Dolphins. And you get a lot of money out of that. But if you want my unspreaded, unbiased, straight up, just football fan reaction, because I noticed a lot. Last year, I picked the Dolphins in every game except for one, and they won that game, which kind of leaning me towards it. But last year I picked every game of the Dolphins, and one guy was like, I want to like your channel and I want to like it, but you're not being unbiased. And I got to do that. You got to take your head out of the fandom and just look at all of everything around. So my unbiased, realistic score and thoughts on what the Dolphins are going to do tomorrow, 35-14. I have the Dolphins. It's hard, guys. It's hard because, like I said and take advantage of the overlook, they could win. How about this? I'm not going to pick. Might be a cop-out. But let me tell you what I expect. I don't expect the Dolphins to win. I expect the Patriots to come in, and I expect the Patriots to win 35-14. That's what I'm expecting, all right? That's what I'm giving. So you could take that as a prediction. You could take that as whatever you want. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting the Patriots to come down, take complete advantage of the young, inexperienced team we have, especially at head coach, being that Belichick knows Flores. I don't know if Flores knows Belichick as much as one knows the other, and win. 35-14, like I said. By 21, which then goes against what I said with the spread. That's what I expect. What I want to happen, what I hope is going to happen, what my heart is telling me to happen, is the Dolphins are going to win this game. That the Dolphins are going to find a way to win this game. The Dolphins are going to put their throwback Magic jerseys on. The Dolphins are going to have the magic of the home field. The Dolphins are going to have the magic of the Patriots coming down to Miami, which they do horrible, and they're going to win the game. We're going to get sacks out of players that never produce sacks. We're going to get touchdowns and offensive scoring from players who never do it, and we're going to win this game. For Pete's sake, Channing Crowder had that interception against Tom Brady that helped us win that game. Oh my God, his name is completely drawing a blank, but you guys know who I'm talking about. We picked him up off the streets. He was the starting corner, had the interception in the end zone to help us beat Tom Brady. He's now on the Giants. I can't believe he's a great special teamer. Can't think of his name right now. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Now, like I said, I like to set my expectations low because I prefer to be surprised and let down. So if I go into this game thinking the Dolphins are going to win 35-14 and they don't, I'm going to be very upset. But I honestly, that's what I expect. I expect the Dolphins to lose. But do I want them to? Do I hope that they do? No. I want the Dolphins to go in there and shut everyone up and punch the Patriots in the mouth like they do every time they come down to Miami. I want the Dolphins to take advantage of the overlook. Everyone's starting to overlook them. Speaking of how excited I'm getting, let me read a tweet. I just want to read a tweet to you from a Super Bowl champion. He was on the Baltimore Ravens. I just want to read this tweet to you guys because I read it just before, and I was like, thank you. It's from Bernard Pollard Jr. And he said, I seriously wish people would stop saying the Dolphins are tanking this season. That's so stupid. Trying to win with limited talent? Yes. The new head coach is trying to weed out guys that don't want to be here and get his guys in. Yes. This is what happens when you take over a bad team. And everyone wants to say they're tanking. And when I said I don't understand what they're doing, people call me dumb. People said I lost credibility because I won't own up to the tanking. It's not tanking when you have taken a team that has sucked and been mediocre for 20 years. And you're like, this needs to change. I'm not going to keep putting little things on it and hope to pray that this thing starts to build into something. I'm going to rip it out and I'm going to install what I think winning football is. And that's what they're doing. They're not tanking. They're just ripping the stupid out of this team. They're ripping the mediocrity out of this team, and they're installing a winning culture. It sucks. Seeing players go that you like, seeing players go that you bought their jersey for, that you've been rooting for, sucks. But it's something that needs to be done to build for the future, to build a dynasty. And that's what the Dolphins are doing. So again, you can call me stupid for saying they're not tanking. You can call me stupid for whatever. You can say whatever you want. That's what I feel, and that's what I think. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think of the 5 reasons why. Let me know what you guys think. Are you in the same boat that you don't expect them to win, but you hope and pray and just, pull this one out and win? Comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to get to one of your guys' comments of the day. This one comes from David Coral, and he says to me, Miami wants Tua so badly, but will Tua want to play for the Dolphins after this nightmare of a season? I picked this one because a lot of people are bringing that up. Mika Fitzpatrick played with Tua in Alabama. Mika Fitzpatrick is definitely talking to Tua. And if Mika Fitzpatrick is upset and doesn't want to play on the Dolphins, doesn't want to be on the Dolphins, he'll tell Tua and he'll say, hey, you don't want to come here. It's a shithole. But this is the thing that I want to talk about, right? The season just started. We're in week 2. Everyone and their mother is talking about tanking for Tua. Everyone and their mother is talking about how they want Tua Tagovailoa, I think that's how you say his name, on the Miami Dolphins. Everyone's saying that Dolphins are going to go for the number 1 pick, then they're going to take Tua. Tua. Have the Miami Dolphins said they want Tua? Have the Miami Dolphins said that they're tanking for Tua? Obviously, they're not going to say they're tanking. That's a horrible PR move. But have the Miami Dolphins said in any bit or fashion that they want Tua? Have the Miami Dolphins said it at all? No, it's the media and the fans, because we as media and fans are taking the fact that Tua does really well with Alabama. Tua does really well against non-top 10 teams. Tua does really good against unranked conferences and stuff like that, and inflate him to being the best quarterback. Now, I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he is. I'm not starting to do my prospects or looking at that stuff until later on in the season. Right now, I'm just watching Dolphin football. It's been back, and I'm super pumped. Don't get me wrong. I still watch some games with Tua, but has he faced top 10 defenses? So when David says, Miami wants Tua so badly, how do you know that? Because come the draft, say we have the first overall pick. Everyone thinks we're going to. If we win 4 games, we'll probably have it. And all of a sudden, the Dolphins trade down. They trade with the Cincinnati Bengals. They trade with whoever, and they take Tua. The Dolphins trade down. Miami would go up in flames from their fans, losing their mind that they didn't take Tua, but they'll take the defensive end that everyone's talking about. I forgot his name. They'll take they'll trade down. Now they'll have 3 first-round picks. Say they do whatever they need to do. Then they get defensive lineman, offensive lineman, and they just build this monstrous of a team that you can put me at quarterback and we'd win a Super Bowl. Then next year, they get the quarterback they want by any means necessary, because they, in 2020, have built the team that can sustain anything. The offense and defense is dangerous. They have 13 draft picks, 2 in the first round, potentially 3 if they trade down and finagle some things, 2 second-round picks, and then in 2019, they have 2 first-round picks. Say the Houston Texans get the first overall pick in 2021. That's the Miami Dolphins, baby. You guys want Trevor Lawrence? We just built this monster of a team. We're going to put Trevor Lawrence in there, our quarterback. Why not? Because we can do that now. This is what I'm talking about. Everyone wants Tua. We're going to tank for Tua. Who says the Dolphins want Tua? Who says that the Dolphins in 2020 aren't going to build a monstrosity of a team? Build this offense and defensive line with the $120 million cap space, 13 draft picks. Build it up. Then in 2020, with their 2021 with their 2 first-round draft picks, get the quarterback. Who says that's not what happened? So this whole tank for Tua, that's why I never really talked about it, because they never said they're going to. You don't know what the Dolphins are doing. And if they do what I said and in 2020 focus on building a monster of a team and then in 2021 get the quarterback, I am fine with that. Thank you for the comment, David. I hope I, answer your question. I hope I, got in there. But be sure to follow me on Twitter. I try to tweet during the game. Again, tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, so I'm going to be doing stuff with her, and then I don't know if I'm going to do my reaction video right after the game. I haven't decided yet, but I will definitely have it either Sunday night or Monday. You'll get my reaction to the Dolphins Patriots game. Hope and pray they overlook us so badly and we just stomp them down, but we'll see what happens. But be sure to follow me on Twitter. Also, be sure to check out the Bit Boys, and we'll try to put more Madden out. We got a ton of stuff planned, especially for the month of October. We have a ton of Halloween scary-ass games we're going to be playing. Check that out. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, not only was I talking about what they're building, what they could do with 2020 and 2021, but like this video because first, you like the video. That's one. And two, what I said about the overlook, what I said about what they can do with the magic of the throwbacks, the magic of playing home, the magic of how bad the Patriots play here. Like the video because there is a chance. As much as people say there's no chance we'll beat the Patriots, there is a chance. There is a chance. Like this video because of that. Also, be sure to check out Dolphins Talk and Sportscaster. I'm doing collaborations with them. Both great sites. DolphinsTalk.com has a ton of Dolphin content. YouTube channel, YouTube videos, podcasts, articles, great stuff. Sportscaster does live streaming. I do some live streams over there. I still do live streams here, but I do live streams over there as well. So be sure to check them both out. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit it yet. If you can't tell, I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. I love this team, thick and thin. I will always love this team. I will always root for this team. You're going to get videos from me regardless if they're 0-16 or 16-0. I will be here. And I hope and I pray that you guys are here and we can start celebrating when they start winning, because all of a sudden we were here when they sucked. I was here for 1-15. I'll be here for 15-1. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow with my reaction. Hopefully they beat the Patriots. But other than that, like usual, stay classy. Fins up.